Yo, man, how y'all doing? It's Jay chilling in the building. Today we got a video for the ladies. Today. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Come to the 9th floor so y'all can learn game the right way. Today we are going to be talking about the pandering male epidemic. Oh man, let's get into it.
Exactly what puts him in an optimal position to manipulate you. And luckily he got exposed because his ex-girlfriend got online and did a 3-part series exposing him for who he truly is.
He comes into my room and he's holding my roommate's 3 kitchen knives, large kitchen. He's saying someone is going to, tonight. Someone's gonna tonight. And by the time it takes me to get to my balcony to try to unlock my balcony door, then unlock my screen door, he already has me by my shirt, pulling me back into my apartment, choking me because he's grabbing so hard on my shirt. I'm asking him, please let me go. Please get off of me. He's refusing.
And the crazy thing is, even after being exposed, the manipulation didn't stop. Dude literally tried to sit here and frame it like, oh, this is a thing I used to do in the past. Yes, I was a demon, a horrible person, but that was in the far past, 3 years ago. I'm not that person anymore.
I am admitting to being abusive. 2-3 years ago, I dealt with a woman who lived in Seattle. She just came out with a video saying that I was verbally, mentally, and emotionally abusive. She is telling the truth. She is 100% accurate. Everything she is telling is 100% true. I have been an absolutely terrible man. No, this is not about she spilled the tea. I am happy that she is sharing her negative experiences about me. I want her to. I have been a very, very, very extremely demonic and terrible man in my past.
Bro really thought that acting happy that he got exposed was gonna somehow help his case. Like, no nigga, you got exposed and you're trying to do damage control. And the next pander bear on this list might be an even bigger clown. We got a guy by the name of Derek Jackson who uses his looks and enticing words to captivate women, literally selling them the fantasy of this perfect husband.
Look, sis, don't let no man convince you that by you holding him accountable for his actions, you're bringing stress and drama.
Oh, I hated this nigga so much when he was popular, bro. Because there's nothing a woman that does not like man want to hear more than attractive looking dude pandering to them, bro. Oh my God, bro. Because then if you disagree with anything that he says, all she's gonna say is that you're an incel. You're mad you don't look as good as him, and some other bullshit about how you're mad that you're not him because you're not agreeing with him. That's how it always goes. If a dude is pandering to women and they like him, and you disagree with what he's saying, you are now the incel, and you're mad that you're just not him. That's all it is.
And being negative. If he was not ready for the responsibility of loving you correctly, he should have never signed up for it. You didn't make him hop in your DMs or stop you from what you was doing to ask you.
And let's take a quick look at the comments. Amen, amen, amen. Exactly what I need to hear. Put this on his motherfucking damn For You page now.
And no man plays the victim better than the one who caused the damage. He'll dysregulate your central nervous system and then claim you always disturbing his peace.
Is this real? This is a real grown man talking like this, bro. This dude look like the lawyer from Beauty and Black, bro. And we all know how that lawyer is in Beauty and Black. We all know what type of timing he on, so it makes a big sense.
Some of y'all ain't gonna like this, but ghosting the girl who did nothing to deserve it is emotional abuse.
Yo, the sad music in the background is killing me, bro.
Oh my God.
Never underestimate how fast a woman will cut you off for making her feel like she's begging for your love.
I'm convinced bro literally works out to get a pump before he makes his videos, bro.
No,
I
that's a
genuinely
fact.
would not be surprised if he does that.
Her anger ain't even anger. It's built up hurt. Because women don't.
Like, it makes me sick sometimes that there's dudes out there that really, they don't get to eat unless they make videos like this, bro. Like their stomach will be growling like, shit, I gotta make another pandering video. Fuck, all right, let me get on the camera, let me set it up, all right, let me pander. Like, what the hell?
Just wake up angry.
Brother.
They slowly drown in ignored feelings until that emotion erupts.
And then we got these hurt women in the comments trauma dumping. Then they call us toxic after taking us for granted. That line about ruining my mental health to stay a little longer hit me hard. Exactly. Yo, whose grandma is this? He did everything he promised he wouldn't. Another grandma. The moment she becomes silent after all the time when she was angry, that's the moment when she is done and ready to let it go. And here's the kicker. This guy literally cheated on his wife. You cannot make this shit up, bro. Talk about right message, wrong messenger.
Okay, so part of the recovery process where we were in the program.
Read this shit right here, buddy. His ex reveals her estranged husband slept with nearly 100 women since they started dating. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, listen, I'm not saying it's right when a dude does you wrong. I'm not saying it's right when a dude cheats, lies, manipulates, does whatever to get the butt. I understand that shit's not cool. That shit's not comp, right? But the scariest dude who's probably going to be the most emotionally abusive, who's going to be the most verbally abusive, is the ones that will just lie to your face for your emotions. Because the game plan for them type of niggas, right, is to get you so enthralled with the nonsense that they're saying, all the good shit that they're saying, that like you don't leave, that you just deal with it when they switch. That's a lot of dudes game. It's called love bombing. What he did basically is love bombing. They get you so enthralled with the experience, all the stuff, get you so hooked up that you're like, oh my God, I can't leave because I remember the good times and shit like that. And like girls don't love bomb as much as dudes, but what girls do is called pussy bombing. If she's just if y'all just linked up and she's trying to throw it on you as much as possible, have all your time as much as possible, she's pussy bombing you. She's trying to get you so addicted, so infatuated with her sexually and physically that you leaving makes you seem like an asshole, even if you don't have any like emotional connection to her. And that's what a lot of girls do. That's how a lot of girls get into relationships with dudes that they know aren't good. They pussy bomb them and the dude's like, hey man, this pussy's the greatest thing that ever happened, bro. Why not stay here? Knowing damn well they don't want to date her, but they don't want to be like a dickhead. So like they become a dickhead later, not right away because they're trying to get some butt. But it's like both genders have ways of how they like manipulate to get what they want relationship wise, dating wise. Every
for infidelity and all that is discovery. And in discovery, it's like we've trickled out a lot of information. And so
bears, these guys who are selling these fake fantasies and have these enticing words will 99% of the time just be frauds. I think nowadays women are so caught up in this idea of finding a man that will secure their financial future, of finding a provider, that they would actually buy into this type of delusion. They want to believe so bad that this ultra wealthy man that has life figured out, that's perfectly chivalrous, is a provider, protector, is just gonna magically choose them out of the bunch and only have eyes for them because somehow they're so special and different from the hundreds of thousands of other beautiful women. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not how things work most of the time. And if you grew up a Disney kid, that's basically the Sophia the First, Cinderella, fantasy fairy tale storyline. But that's the thing. It's a fairy tale fantasy, meaning the shit is so unlikely to happen that it's fantastical. And for anyone wondering, fantastical literally means imaginative, remote from reality. And look, again, there's nothing wrong with having high aspirations, but this sort of mindset becomes harmful, becomes a detriment when you have young women thinking like this and upholding this sort of standard for themselves.
How much a man gotta make for you to take them serious? How much a month? Over 6 figures a month. I was just about to say, yeah, she's high maintenance, y'all. So,
and here's the beautiful thing about women that think like this, bro. It's so odd because it's an oxymoron. It's an oxymoron, right? It is extremely difficult for a dude, however way he got it, right, to breach the upper echelon of wealth and still be a faithful man. Whether it's power or money, you can, well, I mean, power is tapped into money. Okay, so if he has power, fame, or money, it is improbable for any woman to think that, oh, he's not going to talk to any other beautiful woman that's attracted to the same things I'm attracted. It literally doesn't make any sense. Like, seriously, sit down and think about that. You think a man with this much value in any sense is not even going to think about having sex with any other women? Like, think about that. Like, who the hell do you think you are? Like, that'd be like me being a fat slob in my mama's basement, which I am, but chill. I ain't a fat slob though. I'm rude. I stink. I don't have any aspirational goals, and I'm just trying to walk up to like tens talking about, yo, you gotta come slap me up. Come slap me up right now. Come slap me up right now. And then getting mad when they're like, get your ugly ass away from me. It's like, I feel like men are kind of like trained by society to get out of delusions as quick as possible, while women are kind of like told to be as delusional as they possibly can. And they're allowed to be, because this girl isn't saying you got to make 6 figures a month like out of her ass. She's probably dated or interacted with men that make that much money a year, and they probably threw her through the table. So now that they thrown her to the table, she's like, oh, I have to get this. If I don't get this, then you're definitely not the man for me.
I'll do over 6 figures a month. I'll take a shot at that.
Unfortunately, a lot of young ladies look up to these bird brains and have this sort of mindset. A man has to make at least $100,000 a month to be taken seriously, just to be taken seriously. And look, I'm not trying to poop on anyone's dream of finding this Prince Charming, ultra wealthy, handsome guy who's gonna, just come in and swoop this random pretty girl and change her life and take care of all her needs. But I genuinely want y'all to be realistic. If we really sat down and thought about it, most guys these girls age, because they seem to be in their teens, maybe early 20s, will not have that type of money. So automatically, by process of elimination, the type of guys that these girls will be dealing with will probably be significantly older men. That's how we got situations like rapper Boston Richie literally grooming a girl who was underage at the time, Tatiana Chanel.
But you were dating like an 18-year-old chick, right?
Yeah.
You guys broke up?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the big deal? You're a kid. You're like 23 years old, right?
Nah.
How old are you?
I don't know. It really wasn't no big deal. It's just motherfuckers.
But people were like making a big deal that you're dating an 18-year-old?
Yeah. But it really wasn't nothing like.
But how old are you?
27.
I mean, Tiger. Hey man, I'll tell you what Tiger was doing.
Hey, both these niggas are weird. But when it comes to this conversation of messing with girls that are 18, once you reach past a certain age, I hate when niggas start talking about the legality of situations. Whenever you have to bring up legality for why you're doing something that's odd, that's very strange. Money is different. If you can explain the legality of like taxes, all this stuff, how you jumping around, hey man, more power to you, bro. That shit's not gonna stop. Cool. When it comes to like putting your Jimmy Dean and shit, and you're like, hey man, it's not illegal. It's like, all right, you're right, but that's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got to explain your relationship because the age difference is so vast, that's very odd. You get what I'm saying? And women will always have like an issue with a young girl with an older man, is because usually it's older women that have been like kind of like shoot out of the game, because they were doing the same shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like when they were young, they were probably talking to dudes older than them, like a little older than them, which is fine because the dudes out there their age, they assume weren't as mature or as whatever the hell. So they go and mess with like older dudes. So, but I don't feel, like I just said, I don't think you having, like, if you have to explain why you're dating an 18-year-old and you have to bring up that it's legal, that's not a good look.
Tiger was Tiger for real. Had Kylie Jenner when she was a guy.
And it's bad when his only response is to bring up Tyga and Kylie Jenner. He really said, yeah, your situation is bad, but at least it wasn't as bad as this one.
Could you say any lesson you learned from dating someone that young? Like maybe they're just not like, stay away? It didn't work out, obviously.
I don't know, man. I don't really know. I just do, me personally, like, whatever I like doing, whatever I feel like doing, I do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really learn lessons from situations, right?
And mind you, this was public information. But at the time, because he was buying her things and he was giving her so much money, her and other bird brain girls were literally supporting the relationship. To this day, there are still women who are applauding her behavior. They're talking about she got 3 businesses, 2 luxury cars, her rent paid for the next year, and hella wires and bags, plus she had a plan and she executed. Mama raised her right. This is the only comment I agree with. That's low-key such a miserable way to live though. Like, you put yourself through all the years and things for materials. And this seems to be her present state after that whole situation wrapped up.
Like 2.5 years. No, Tati, I don't know how you did that hard time, baby. I can't pass 2.5.
I don't even think I made it past 2.5, but like I said, I was just there.
When you have a plan, you execute that plan. You was looking like,
I was just
Christina.
there.
And this is in for any dude that thinks about tricking a girl doing, if you see this video, this is your end goal right here, bro. Her laughing at you with her homegirls, talking about you are a plan to be executed. You were just a roadblock in the world for her to set her up financially for the rest of her life, which is sad. You spent all that you spent all that hard time working, getting money, doing all this, and you were just a plan. You were just a way to gather resources so she can go live her own life. That's why you don't mess with girls that don't have jobs. If she doesn't have a job or a house, or a job, a house, a car, her own shit on the side, bro, do not mess with her, because this is the end goal for you. She's literally just wanting to get shit out of you and then get the fuck on to go live her own life, bro. Like when I hear girls with jobs, like with actual jobs talking about I don't pay for shit, I'm not paying for shit, I'm like, then why do you work? What are you working for? You're working for your own shit, right? Cool. So it's like you don't plan to pay for it. You just want to store money for what? To do stupid shit, to buy bags and all this other dumbass shit? Like that's what you work for. That's what you went to school for and did all this hard work for, so you can buy material stuff to be like, I got this new shit. Like,
I was just there. What kept you in that relationship then?
I literally cannot make this shit up. Even after all these things came out about Boston Richie, him being a PDF, him being a rat, to this day, you go to his comments, there are women in there who are begging to be chosen. I need a Boston, hold the DV though. Y'all not tricking like Boston. Love me some Boston Richie because baby, can you help me? Oh my god, I love me a trick. Hey, I'm Miss Need Things Paid For. And honestly, I'm not surprised that this sort of pandering loser who leads with his pockets would hit on younger girls. Because a lot of times, that's the only option they have. Because when they get in front of a real woman with her head on straight, these little tricks, these superficial materialistic gestures, they don't amount to much. And they can't use them to control these women. So they easily get exposed for what they truly are. Losers. You know the thing I love about the internet? I don't just gotta explain this to you guys. There's almost always an example already up online. So if you're not already informed about it, there's this YouTube dating show where people pop the balloon if they're not interested in clip.
First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take you shopping for.
All right, no, I'm done. I can't keep listening to this bullshit. Listen, man, I'll never tell a dude how to date, how to move, how to interact with women. As long as you're not like abusing them and doing nothing like that. However you want to play the field, you can play the field how you want to play. You know what I'm saying? Whether you wanna hunt for your food or go buy it from the butcher. All I'm saying is that all these type of dudes, all they create is dudes that are gonna be in debt, women that don't have any type of like real actual skills that you need out of a wife, and then broken homes if they decide to procreate. That's all these dudes are good for and do. They get the money. They're losers with money. They get the money. A pretty girl with no skills sees the money. Is like, ooh. They bang. They break up because obviously this dude has money. He's gonna go crack other girls. This girl's mind is now stuck on the fact like, oh, I can only mess with this type of dude. So she's now like a single mom going around trying to get another trick. Their children are seeing this, and their children are now messed up, and they're probably gonna do the same shit. It's a fucked up cycle, bro. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Ben J chillin', man. I'm out this joint, man. Peace.